So it's been a while. Felt like it was time for an update. Um, well, first of all, money's good. I remember middle of the pandemic. I think it was July when I got hired at this job. My bank account was down. I had all across three bank accounts. I had two of them with less than 500 in it, and I think barely over 2,000 across all three of them. And now I just checked all three of my accounts totaling over 8,000. So I've done a good job saving money, building that bank account back up. And which is honestly kind of shocking considering the money that I have spent. Because, with inflation raising the prices of everyday goods, I got my rent has gone up. My with the effects of climate change, hotter summers, colder winters. I'm using my air conditioner and heater more. My electric bill is constantly it's getting bigger every year. There's a lot of stuff going on. Not to mention, now that I don't work in a restaurant anymore, I still gotta eat. And so now I'm going to HEB every other week and spending $200 every time. But still, it's I'm trending upwards. I've been doing a good job saving money, which is why I'm finally getting. I'm getting. So I'm publishing my next book. It's called The Marina. It's actually book one of a series of books called The Existence of Chaos, and it's kind of like Chronicles of Narnia meets Harry Potter meets Mortal Kombat with a little bit of sliders in there. If you and when I say Chronicles of Narnia, I'm specifically talking about there's actually one called The Magician's Nephew. If you haven't read that one, it's a sequel. It's the second book that was made in the series. It's actually a prequel to the original Lion, Rich, and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and kind of explains how Narnia came to be, how the evil queen came to power, and why there's a lamppost there. Honestly, go read it. It's a good book. And that's kind of what this is. It's an origin story about traveling to different worlds and we're kind of explaining some things. Anyways, so that's coming out this year. We're gonna try to push it out before summer's over because it's the story takes place for summer. It's like an adventure thing, and then after that, I've already gotten my next two books. They're both gonna be longer novels. So in 2020, so in 20 yeah, what this is 2022, right? So next year, 2023, just shy of Serenity. It's a coming of age story, and then after that, don't worry, not COVID, not sick, just dropped. My throat's just dropped. And allergies, but I'm good. Anyways, 2023, just shy of Serenity, and then 2024, Nodum. NODM. That's the title of the book, and it's a fantasy story set in a fantasy land. And long story short, it's it's a former slave who ran away to freedom, ends up finding her way to an enchanted castle where she befriends a prince and his pet dragon. And together, the three of them escape and go on a fantastic adventure. It's technically a fairy tale, but it's for adults. I mean, no sex, but a lot of blood. It's kind of in the realm of Game of Thrones kind of thing, but not. It doesn't go as far. Like, but yeah, there is death, there is blood, just no sex. Anyways, so that's what's coming up the next, and after that, fuck, I don't remember which one I'm gonna work on after that because I'm just editing through the ones that I already have, making sure they're like 100% ready, and then you know what, my throat did not feel bad before I started filming. It's funny, every time I start filming, suddenly, oh, everything just feels bad. Anyways, oh yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, next 2 years, 2023, 2024, I have two novels coming out. And also at the beginning of 2023, I mean, financially, I know I can't afford it, but we're going to look into putting out the next comic book. It would be book three of Toxic. It's it's mostly done. We're more than halfway there, but I want to change things up a little. So we're gonna look into that, and if that goes through, then that'll be 2025. Okay, and then after that, fuck if I know. I got a whole bunch of stories that I'm still working on. Oh yeah, I think the next novel I'm gonna be working on is a love story, the Ballad of Randall and Jennifer, which follows two people across multiple decades as they're constantly trying to make the relationship work and failing. I mean, I'm just gonna spoil it. Fuck it. They don't end up together. But whether or not they end up together is not the point of the story. You'll understand when you read it. The whole point of the story is that, like, you can't erase the mistakes of your past. Life is a thing that all happens and then it keeps going. You know? So, anyway, Moon Knight, just that one just ended. That was a good one. Swear I'm not sick. It's this camera. It does things to me. Anyways, so yeah, I'm actually about to go on vacation. It's the first actual vacation I've had since, fuck, I want to say 2014. I think it's only the second time in my life I've ever been on vacation. And so because of the way they schedule, I'm gonna have like 8 days off, and I gotta do some things that I haven't been doing because like it's been a relatively busy year. I've been putting a lot off, so I'm gonna visit my grandmother at least once. I'm gonna take a few. I got 8 days off, so that's plenty of time to clean my apartment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't actually cleaned my apartment since February of 2020, so it looks like shit in here. Even though I'm getting tired of it. So, I'm gonna take a few days to get this shit scrubbed out. I can't guarantee I'll get it looking brand new like no one's ever lived here. But we'll at least get all the obvious trash out of the way. And, definitely gonna scrub that bathtub, because, yuck. I am a fucking slob. Anyways, yeah, so that's it. I've got a vacation coming up. I've already set aside a few days to like get some stuff done because there are things that really need to happen. But in addition to that, when I do have free time, I'm gonna start laying down the groundwork for all of these future projects. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to relax as much as possible. I'm gonna spend as much time laying on this couch as possible, but I'm also gonna do some things for my own personal life, just my own personal growth. Because I have a thing with, like, I don't know, for anyone who's been around, I did make a commitment to producing 10 books in 10 years, but originally it was 15 and 20. I shortened it to 10 and 10. I think if we include the comic books in that, we can go back to the whole 15 and 20 thing. I don't have 15 novels in me. I've got 10 at most. I've got 7 for sure, maybe 8, and then like 3 others that I could work with this, but I put them last, hoping that maybe by the time I get to them, I'll be a better writer with more ideas 5 years from now. So, but if not, like I said, we're throwing comic books back into the mix because I've got 3 different series where I wrote the first 4 books of the series. So, like I said, next year's January, gonna look into hiring a new artist to finish Toxic Volume 3, and then depending on how that goes, working with them, we might start working on the other 2 series that I have. So, yeah, that's it. I got plans. I get options. Anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on in my life. Things things are good. I'm good. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.